what has already been done. Welcome back. You're watching our continuing coverage here from Davos 2025. India is making its presence felt in Davos again. We do, of course, have central ministers along with three state chief ministers in attendance, taking the India story to global investors. Joining me now is the Minister for Food Processing, Chirag Paswan. Mr. Paswan, many thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18.
Thank you
It's good
so
to
much.
have you join us in Davos. It's your first Davos and it's your first day here in Davos. So far, take me through what the meetings have been like.
Well, we have just started, we have just begun, and a little interactions. But then, yes, this is my first time in Davos, first time as a minister also. This is my first year as a minister, and I think this comes with a huge responsibility, when you represent your country, and that to a country like India, which is led by a prime minister who's got such a clear vision about Viksit Bharat. And I think in that, my ministry, food processing, internationally when I travel now, so I can understand that there's so much of scope through this ministry. And when we talk about Viksit Bharat, I think in few years we'll realize that food processing industries will play a major role in that.
Well, speaking of playing a major role, this has been a focus area of the government. In fact, the announcement of setting up large parks, etc., has also been part of the government's agenda and the government's plan. As you take stock of the situation in terms of what has already been done, but what more needs to be delivered, what would you prioritize?
Well, yes, I'm happy that under the leadership of my Prime Minister, we are managing to build that infrastructure, to build that whole ecosystem, which is required for the food processing industry. India, as we all know, is an agro-based country. Majority of the population is associated with farming. And I think their food processing plays a very, very important role, in terms of not only improving and increasing the longevity of the products, but also to minimize the wastage of the products that are being produced by our farmers. So I think it plays a very, very important role, as you mentioned. Yes, we are trying to build a complete ecosystem around it with almost around 41 food parks being there. And I think in terms of cold chain, I think we are one of the leading countries with almost around 398 cold chain ecosystem around this. And then, yes, there are a lot of agro processing clusters that we are coming up with. So these are the different, besides the scheme that the government has taken as initiatives to promote this industry, whether it's through PMKSY or PMFME, which really focuses on the small and micro enterprises. So I believe that, when you are an agro-pro state, it's not only the T1 or T2, Tier 1, Tier 2 cities that you need to concentrate. It seeps down to the really rural sector of our country. So I think overall, yes, but then a lot more needs to be done. And also, because I think that India has got that potential to explore international market through food processing to almost 23.4% by the year 2023-24. So yes, there's been a major increase in the export. My Prime Minister has given us a target to eventually build this sector as a global food basket, because we have everything in so much of abundance. And if channelized properly, I think we have the scope to do that. And that's exactly where we're working towards now.
So, what is going to be the strategy to leverage on the momentum that's already been built as far as exports are concerned? Which are the markets that you intend to focus on? Who are you in conversation with at this point in time to be able to take that 24% number higher? Is there a target that you're working towards?
Well, definitely there are internal targets that we're working on, but then I think India comes with huge variety. I think for centuries India has been known for the spices and the diversity of food, and because of the geographical positioning of our country, right from top north to down south to east to west, we have n number of varieties. And I think the strong presence of Indian diaspora across the globe gives us that opportunity to penetrate the market initially, and I would not want it to be restricted only to the Indian diaspora, because whenever I travel across the globe, recently I was in States, and there was, I won't name the restaurant, but it was an Indian restaurant by a renowned chef in India, and there was a waiting of almost 6 months. Yes. Bungalow. So I was there, and there was a waiting. There was a long queue for months and months on a stretch. There were many other. I was in Italy, and I think we were the only Indian in that Indian restaurant. And whereas all the foreigners, they were enjoying our cuisine. So I know, that scope is there. I would love to see Indian brands, in supermarkets across the globe. So yes, that's something we are focusing on.
Well, we would like to guess
So,
which one.
Almost 6 months. Yes.
We got that.
Bungalow. So I was there, and there was waiting. There was a long queue for months and months on a stretch. There were many other. I was in Italy, and I think we were the only Indian in that Indian restaurant. And where all the foreigners